I'm Don Barber. I'm the supervisor from the town of Caroline. And I want to thank, first of all of you for making tonight's forum a priority in your lives. It's an honor, I consider it an honor to be speaking to you tonight. I also want to thank tonight's sponsors, which are the Tompkins County Council of Governments, the Tompkins County Environmental Management Council, Cornell Cooperative Extension, and Social Ventures. And then we have presentations by two distinguished guests, Tony Ingraffea and Jessica Azulay, who I'll introduce just before they speak. So just to frame this issue, from my early youth right here in Tompkins County, I witnessed man's attempt to dominate nature. And I witnessed Mother Earth's reply. It wasn't until that first Earth Day back in 1970 that I was able to reflect on what I had seen and observed and to fully appreciate that individually and collectively, we humans were affecting our environment in destructive ways. Since that day, 44 years ago, I have been conscious of my ecological footprint, but I have found it hard to get off the pathway that's been cleared for us by corporations. This is a pathway to environmental devastation. And it's been cleared so nicely that when we get off that path, it's hard to find our way. But I'm sure that you all will have similar stories in your forays to get off the path that's been paved for us. But to get off that path is our moral compass. That's what moves us from that corporate path, and also what moves us to come here tonight. So I just want to share briefly my forays against the tide of capitalism control of energy. The sun is our primary source of energy, so I've always produced most of my food. And today my wife and I are actually producing 50% of our annual food needs, with another 25% coming from within Tompkins County. 15 years ago, I installed one of the first net metering solar arrays in Tompkins County. I also care for my land with draft horses as they get their energy from the grass, which that energy comes from the sun. At the town of Caroline in 2005, we were the second municipality in all of New York State to purchase 100% of our electricity from renewable sources. And you will all remember our good friend Dominic Frangello from the Caroline Town Board. He was the first one to put forward the Lighten Up idea, and that's been mimicked many times around the state and around the world. And our new office building is heated by the earth and powered by the sun. And on the family side, 1 month after our youngest daughter was born, that was February 1985, was the last month that the earth had average temperature that was below average. So for 29 years, she has never lived on the earth that I knew. 13 of the 14 warmest years have occurred since 2000. All the seven of the past years have successively had less summer Arctic ice than the year before, all setting records. This is the world that my 18-month-old grandson is born to and living in. Put another way, as Bill McKibben said in his novel called EARTH, the earth we knew, the only earth we ever knew, no longer exists. We are here tonight because we know the window of opportunity is closing for actions that might mitigate human disruption of the climate. Those processes have already been set in motion. There's an urgent need to take bold steps, both personally and with public policy. We're here tonight to talk about the governor's plan, which I believe is too pedestrian. It's long on rhetoric, but short on action steps. We need concrete actions to be taken by the state. Tonight's speakers will enlighten us on as to the problems with the governor's plan and how we can use and turn to renewables now. Afterward in the parlor, you will find many local providers with information on what to do, both individually to reduce our contribution to climate change and convert to renewables, and collectively to respond to the governor's plan for energy.